What's going on, everybody? Andy Uguni here. So I've been noticing in Discord servers and just all kinds of groups in general that I'm starting to see a lot of people that want to get into motorcycling or that have got into motorcycling or just starting out, newbie riders, which I still consider myself one. I've only been riding about a year and a half. And they're always asking about gear and how to purchase it and what's the best gear to get and stuff like that. I'm decided that I'm gonna make a video here, and I'm gonna basically explain how I got all the gear that I got and how I did it for a reasonable price. The reason for this video is I'm not sponsored for any of the gear that I tell you that I bought, but I will tell you what I bought and how much I got it for and how exactly I got it, in hopes that maybe if a new rider sees this video that maybe it helps them out. I've been where they're at, and it could be overwhelming. I mean, you could start seeing gear and just the basic stuff could end up being like $1,000. I mean, that's a lot of money, So if I could save you $1, then way to go, Andy Uguni. Anyway, yeah, I hope I can help you out with this video, and in the video itself, when I talk about each piece of gear, I'm gonna try and keep this short, but when I talk about each piece of gear that I got, I'm going to explain how I got it for the price that I got it at, and also, what it is exactly. I've made videos of each piece of gear, from the helmet to the gloves to my jacket to my pants and my boots, like little reviews. I'm going to put a link in the description to each one, and as the video goes, if I can figure out the whole YouTube little bubble up at the top thing, I'll try and put that bubble. If I do figure that out, I suggest watch the video all the way through and then come back and look for those bubbles, then click them, or just go to the description, because I'd hate for you to miss out on how I got my pants or how I got my boots just because you were looking for a helmet at the time. Anyway, I hope I can help save you $1. One thing I'd like to mention: Smart Industries. We are in the house. If if you've been following Live on Two Wheels, then it's on the Chase on Two Wheels YouTube channel, then you know who we are. We're out here. We have an Instagram account, and I will put a link in the description. Hopefully, if I'm using this part of the video, I will put a link in the description for Smart Industries. Follow us. Let the memery keep going. Okay? But anyway, back to the video at hand. Let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Let me start off with, I guess the first thing I'll start off with is my helmet. I have a Scorpion Exo R420 helmet. This helmet normally runs around $150, off Revzilla. I'm assuming it'd be the same price at J&P Cycles or Cycle World, because they're all owned by the same company. Cannot give you a price for it on any other website because that's all I know. But this is how I found the helmet. I'd been researching it, you know, beforehand. It's Snell rated, so if I ever got to where I wanted to actually take not Lucille, sorry babe, that's my Trans Am. If I ever got to where I wanted to take Loretta to the track, I can with this helmet because it is Snell rated. Anytime you go to a track, Snell rating is you cannot have any helmet on there unless that's what I've been told, at least, that is not Snell rated. So this helmet's Snell rated, which also comes with a better rating, because from my understanding, DOT ratings on a helmet are worthless. They're just basically a sticker to let you know that you got a helmet on your head, and if you get pulled over, booyah, you can wear it. I got this helmet off Revzilla on closeout. You will find a lot of helmets in closeout. I'm not going to say which helmet to buy, but the closeout section on Revzilla will help you save a lot of money. I paid $80 for this helmet. It normally goes for $150. At the time that I bought it, it was going for around $230, and I paid $80. Now I did buy the chromed out mirror visor here, but that's just because, as you can see, goodness, that sun though, it helps, you know. But and that ran me about $59. I can't remember for sure. I'm gonna say $59. I think that's what it was, but I can't remember for sure. But that's what I did to save money right there on my helmet. Like I said, I'm gonna try and put a bubble here for you to find a link of my video where I explain more about this helmet if you're interested in it. But if not, at least you know you can go to Revzilla and search the closeout, the discount section. It has filters. Hold on a second here. Let's get through this. It has filters, so you can filter the reviews. I can't remember if you can filter the helmet rating within itself, but I would like to think you can. You can filter through price range, anything like that. And I would highly suggest that if you can find a decently good helmet, I would at least look for ECE. That's the European standard, which is held highly, at least more so, to the DOT. I'm not going to sit here and say if all you can afford is a helmet that's DOT to get it, but something's better than nothing. If you live in a state where it's not against the law, though, you know, if you live in a state where you can get away with riding without a helmet, please don't. I don't care. If you know, like, I know for a fact in Florida, you do not have to wear a helmet. I am going to suggest always wear a helmet, even if you're just walking around your motorcycle. You know, I mean, not really when you're walking around your motorcycle, but you get the point that I'm making. You know, if you're going to be riding, wear a helmet. I mean, it's just the safest bet. You want to go home to anybody you love, or anything. You want to go home. You want to make it safe. You know? So there'll be a link in the description to my helmet. Secondly, if that's a word, whatever. Anyway, my jacket. The way that I found my jacket is also the way that I found my boots. I actually purchased them off eBay. Now, I do not suggest using eBay or Facebook Marketplace or anything like that for gear. And I know you're thinking to yourself, wow, Andy, what a big contradictory butthole you're being right now. There's a reason why I purchased it off there. a motorcycle shop local to me was a gear shop. They were closing down, and I found out about it and visited the store. The guy told me he was selling stuff right there and he could give me a discount on it there, but for some stupid reason I could get it even cheaper if I bought it off his eBay page. My jacket and my boots both were open box. They were not used or anything like that, which brings me to the point I'm making. Along with, like I said, with the helmet, you could use the closeout section on Revzilla, but if you do have to use eBay or Facebook Marketplace, which, like I said, I don't even suggest Facebook Marketplace to buy a car. I mean, it is, at this point, you never know with those, you know, that group of people. But look for the words open box. That all that really means is it was in a store, and literally all that happened with the helmet, it might have been tried on, or not the helmet, but the jacket or the boots. It's basically, you know, it is what it is. It's a open box. It just sat on the thing. People tried it on, hit it with some Lysol in the times of COVID. Had a lot of Lysol, actually, you know. But yeah, open box. That's another thing. You can even find open boxes on Revzilla. I think that's one of the filters you can search. If not, it's on Dennis Kirk, one of the two. Because that's basically how I found my gear, was Revzilla, Dennis Kirk, and eBay. The pants, I have Scorpion EXO coverts. I did not buy the Pros and I did not buy the Ultras. Mainly because I had already bought a pair of Icon Victory, and all they were was Kadura denim. I mean, it's like a wax covered denim that's thick. There wasn't really, you know, it'd help with the slide, but these pants, I can tell you, are really comfortable. They look, you know, you can go anywhere you want with armor and it just looks like you're wearing a pair of pants. But as I said before, there will be a link in the description for these pants. I got them in black. And finally, the last piece of gear that I'm going to describe to you is the gloves. So these gloves are the Icon Overlords. I'd already purchased my jacket. I'd already purchased my boots. I'd bought the pants. You know, I got the Icon Victories off of eBay as well. Not gonna lie, I bought them in auction. And like I said, I'll give you the prices of everything once I get through speaking about all of this. But yeah, I got the Icon Victories off eBay. I wasn't too proud of those pants, even though they were in good shape. I felt I needed a little bit more protection in the leg area, so I bought the coverts. They have Kevlar, and I purchased armor. They were I got them off of Revzilla. The gloves, that's what I was talking about. Duh. The gloves are Icon Overlords. I'd already bought the jacket, and I found these on eBay as well. Like I said, don't really suggest eBay as a place to get gear, but these were, I mean, they're Icon Overlords. There's no faking it, and they match the jacket that I'd purchased, so I got them. You know, that is what it is. Let me check my camera here. Yeah, we're still rolling. Might check 1, 2. I hear myself. Okay. So when it comes down to total price, I'm actually trying to wait till I get up here because I can find a quiet place to stop riding and break it down to you. But yeah, every piece of gear that I have is at least CE level 1 rated. The jacket is textile, so it, you know, it's not leather. Leather, from what I've been told, is the best. I don't know. I guess the best stuff to get. I don't know. I wore leather jackets when I was a kid, but I've never rode leather, like motorcycle leather. Here's where I'm gonna stop right here. So let's go ahead and pull over. Whoa, Andy, put them high beams on. Say, son. Here's this a nice big park. Whoa, let it die. You know what? I think I'm going to actually leave that in the video too, just so you know that I still am learning. I'm not an expert in anything that I say, but like I have said, this is not to brag about being an expert or anything like that. This is just to help people find decent gear at decent prices. Let's turn Loretta off. She's also got a tramp stamp. I'm not gonna say her name. Okay, so when it comes down to my gear, the price itself, I've already told you I got the helmet for $80. Right, I got that on closeout. I've looked and there's tons of helmets on closeout. You can find helmets under $200. Anyway, this helmet itself, if you get it off RevZilla as is right now, lists for $149 to $159, just depending on if you want plain Jane or with graphics. I always like the one with graphics, but you know, if you're beginning, beggars can't be choosers. Always choose gear first. So, you know, if you can't find anything in the closeout / discount section of like your RevZilla or your Dennis Kirk's or JMP Cycles or Cycle Gear websites, then there's always the fallback to this option of my shell, Scorpion Exo R420, link in the description. The gloves themselves, got the knuckle pucks. Well, what's up, guys? Look at you. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm in North Georgia. We're surrounded by a lot of them people. Rednecks and meth heads. Shut up, Andy. Anyway, so the gloves themselves, they were on eBay. I spent $35 for them. I'm assuming it's because they were going out. I think now Icon has went to the Contra 2, and I think it might be going out as well. I'm not for sure. I'm not a gear expert. I just can tell you what I bought and the rating that it had and the price that I paid for it. So I gave $35 for the gloves off eBay. And really, like I said, I got them to match the jacket. I already knew, I mean, it's kind of hard to fake Icons. I mean, there might be some knockoff brands, but these are legit Icons. They even come, actually, I'll show you. Let me take one off right here. There's another one right there. The logo itself is in the thing, so like, seriously, what the hell are you? Okay, sorry guys. Do what? No clue. Yeah. Somebody's scoping it out. Something tells me I'm about to see a robber here. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna leave that in the video or not. We might. So, she's still there as well. My jacket. It's a Icon Overlord SB 2CE or something along the lines of that. Huh? Oh, nothing. I'm just, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Anyway, this lady is really just messing up my video, but, whatever. You can go somewhere else. Fucking crackheads. Okay, this is getting weird. I guess I'm gonna leave this in here because whatever. My jacket itself, it is a... Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. Do not do drugs, children, okay? Anyway, okay, she's way over there. She's out of my way now. I'll get back to speaking to you because I was worried about old Andy U. Goonie's personal safety right there. Okay, back to what I was saying. The Icon Overlord jacket is a great jacket. If you can find one, great. I think they've moved up to the Icon Contra 2 now. Same with the gloves. My cousin has both, and he says they're really good. I like this one. It's doing me good so far. It comes with D3O and everything. The jacket I got for $100, and at the time it listed for $250, almost $300, and that was just because the guy was closing his shop. I've searched and found jackets again, like I said, on Revzilla in the discount section, and there's some decent deals there. The discount section of all of them, I will say this: you got Revzilla, JMP Cycles, and those Cycle Gear. Duh. All three of them, search all three, because they actually, even though they're the same company, there's sometimes where they have different prices on things. So if you find one on Revzilla and you want to know if there's a discount on it, even better, check one of those sites. Just do a random Google search. That's another thing you can do. That's how I found the helmet on Revzilla, actually. Was I wanted this helmet and I was willing to pay the price for it. So I did a Google search, and I clicked shopping just to see if anybody had it for cheaper than Revzilla, and boom, Revzilla had it in the closeout section for $80. I paid $80 for my helmet, $35 for my gloves, $100 for my jacket. The pants themselves, the Scorpion EXO coverts, list on Revzilla for $119. If you're just beginning, these are great because they have Kevlar. I mean, if you don't have to even buy the pads. I did, but you don't even have to. The pads, if you did want them, I got hip protectors. They'll be in the video that I made of the review of the pants, and I got knee pads. The knee pads were, I want to say $35. The hip pads were $20, and my boots are TCX Rush 2 WPs. I got them, no joke, on eBay. I found them on there, and I messaged the guy, and I wear a weird size. I'm an 11.5, like 2 or 3 wide. And when I searched that, I found these, and they were in the auction section, or you could buy them now for $45. Now, all this gear that I'm suggesting, you're probably not going to find it for the price that I did. I can almost guarantee that. This is just to show you how to search for gear. Because keep looking around, man. Keep looking around. You'll find it at a great price. Search brands. Research like hell. Search different brands. With helmets and all this gear, you got to know your right size. So if you can possibly find somewhere like a Cycle Gear, or even if you go to like right over here is a Yamaha place, they have helmets. They have a couple brands. What you need to tell them is something along the lines of, you need your helmet sized So they'll put one of those little rulers around your helmet, or not around your helmet, around your head, to determine your actual size, like how big your head is. And there'll also be some sort of expert, like especially at Cycle Gear, they're really good at having an expert at just being able to look at your head and determining what shell size you need, because there's like three. I only know of two of them. I am what they call an intermediate oval, and there's also oval round head shape. The guy that I first talked to tried to tell me that I was an intermediate round, and he gave me a helmet to put on, and I swear to God, I got claustrophobic in 5 seconds. So make sure you find out what kind of helmet size and shape and everything that you are, because the wrong one could be a bad day. You want it tight. When you do this right here, sorry if I got you motion sick, I wasn't trying to do that. You do not want any wiggle. I really hope from making this video that I can help you out. And do your research. Find gear. If you actually find something on eBay, check the seller's ratings, because if they got a lot of reviews and a lot of ratings, like the boots, I only purchased them because the guy had a 5-star rating with over like I want to say it was like 327, maybe 330 something reviews, and he was a 5-star. I mean, he wasn't selling all motorcycle gear, but he happened to be selling these boots, and that's why I purchased them, because like I said, $45 for a boot that on Revzilla is $150. Maybe $159. $150. I paid $45 for it. I could sit here and do the math. I want to say I spent like $300. I'm not going to sit there and add this stuff up. You can do the math if you want to. $80 for the helmet, $35 for the gloves, $100 for the jacket, $119 for the pants, $45 for the boots. I researched like crazy, and I suggest you do the same. If this video helps you out in any way, then God, I hope it does, because it can be overwhelming, and the last thing you need to have is for your gear to be overwhelming you. Yeah, so that's my suggestion on how to do all this stuff. If I can find a link to any of my gear, I will also throw it in the description, but I've already made a video of everything that I wear in a review, and I actually get a little bit more in the descriptions, like of how it feels and stuff like that. But anyway, this is it's been fun. I like I said, I hope I can help you out by having this little talk. If you can, like and subscribe to my channel. I've just started doing this. You can watch the progression through my videos, where some of the videos I started off just riding using the 360 version of my Insta360 camera, and I've developed a system here to be able to do moto vlogs, so I'm trying that out as well. One cool thing I'd like to brag about is the fact that I have a 390 Duke KTM. The one side is orange and the other side is white. Don't let it fool you. This was an orange bike to begin with. I got another plug for eBay. I got on eBay, and there was a place that was selling that little fairing right there for $25. 25 bucks. It's $38 on KTM World, and then the sticker alone, you can't buy them separate. You have to have two, and the kit for the sticker is $120. And I got that one piece with this decal already on it for $25, and I had to pay for the ride. That's another thing too. With all this gear that I'm referring to, always remember you're gonna have to pay for tax and shipping. On Revzilla, if it's over like, oh God, I can't remember, is it $35 or $39 or $49? There's some price. If it's over like a certain price, they ship it to you for free, so that's kind of cool. I gotta say this just as a thing. I'm not sponsored by any gear. I'm not sponsored by any of this stuff. This is just how I did it. And God, I hope I can help you out so to try and relieve the overwhelmingness that is purchasing gear. If it does, cool. You know what I mean? Comment in the description. Let me know that I helped. That'd be nice. I mean, I'm trying to get this channel going. I'm kind of new to YouTube, not new to cameras. Been riding, like I said, a year and a half, so I'm still new to riding, learning every day. But yeah, comment in the description if I helped you out, and that actually lets me know I did something good for the world, which is the sole purpose of this whole thing. Is I'm trying to help you to enjoy riding and to do it safely and to save money, basically. If there was a description for this video, that's it right there. Alright, well, it's been fun, guys. Oh, look at that, you can see me. Andy Uguni signing off. As always, keep her on two wheels, be as safe as you can, wear full gear, and have fun.